to explain very briefly a paper on digital Rohan Aitaraju, who is an intern with Infinite Sum Modeling. And I'm the founder and director of Infinite Sum Modeling, LLC in Seattle, USA. I'm also a affiliate faculty member with University of Washington, Seattle. So this paper is about how the world is going to evolve even after the COVID-19 crisis in terms of the economic transformation into various disruptive technologies that basically can be termed as digital transformation, and how the ongoing crisis is affecting or hurting the global businesses, and how this transformation can be one way to recover, and how sustainability or sustainable development is related to both the crisis and this digital transformation. So the first part of my talk will be about the impact of COVID-19 on the global businesses, and the second part I will briefly talk about the digital transformation, and the third aspect will be about the sustainability. So as we all know, we are already looking at a major supply and demand shock coming from COVID-19 all over the world, including in India. And this is definitely having a very deep economic impact on various industries. And so to begin with, we definitely expect the global economy to reach a recession. The recession is coming because of the global supply chain disruptions that happened even when China was affected in the beginning and other countries were not affected. And that led to, loss of employment, income losses, and that led to demand side reduction also. So both the aggregate supply and demand fell. Usually in other crises, either it's a demand side problem or it's a supply side problem, whereas here it is both. So that is what is happening to the global businesses. So in the past few years, we have been witnessing a major digital transformation in terms of new technologies taking the scene of global businesses. So that is our second topic, and we see that as a silver lining in any bad situation. We see that this digital transformation is getting extremely accelerated. Whatever we thought will happen in 10 years, 20 years from now is happening now already. We're all getting comfortable working from home. Automation and robotics are increasing. 3D printing and so on is being talked about quite a bit. So with all these things, we can potentially get into cost cutting, because the technologies like data science, blockchain, IoT, Internet of Things, cloud services, automation, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, drones, all these different technologies are going to result in reduced costs. So that is the first thing. And second is efficient operations. So you're going to expand the output with the same input. So greater efficiency coming from things like data science, predictive analytics, and so on. And also things like blockchain, which can increase transparency and security. So, and at the same time, decentralize various things. So, Internet of Things is other pillar. So, they can be very pivotal. Internet of Things, data science, and blockchain can be a good combination, particularly helping cost reduction and efficiency improvements. And next thing is about the business intelligence, how intelligence in terms of learning what is happening in terms of operations, marketing, strategy, and various functions of management or businesses are going to be revolutionized by the new methods of business intelligence, and that is going to reduce costs, increase efficiencies. Finally, even beyond efficiency and cost reduction, there is another important thing, which is transparency. So increased transparency, improved safety of food and other products, and greater authenticity. So you know that where things are coming from. You can track the whole supply chain with all these new technologies. And certifications are easier. How do you know where a product is coming from? So those kind of certifications that require domestic content and imports from certain countries. So all these things can be easily identified and certified with blockchain and other technologies. And the last aspect of my talk is all about the sustainability dimension. So what is sustainability? So it is basically making sure that you prosper, you develop, the economies grow without compromising the positive aspects. And positive aspects can be many different things. For example, environmental well-being, public health, and equitable distribution of wealth. So all these things can be part of sustainability. So the United Nations has defined a few Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. And one thing that we have been talking about recently is that there has been lesser emissions, lower emissions, and lower human interference in the ecosystem, and consequently greater public health and so on. That is happening currently because of shutdown, but this is not sustainable because right after the return to normalcy, we are going to be actively polluting more and more. This has been seen in all the crises in the past. So unless we carry out specific transformational strategies, we may not be able to continue reducing the emissions like what we are doing now. So we already discussed about how efficiencies increase and costs are reduced using these new technologies. They can also reduce waste and reduce emissions, and that can lead to better availability of food because less food is wasted, lower emissions, and greater public health. So in summary, I would like to say that the businesses are being affected quite a bit because of COVID, but there is a silver lining, which is that this leads to acceleration of the digital transformation, and that is in turn going to lead to cost reduction and increased efficiency, increased transparency, increased safety, and all those different things. And that is going to lead to greater prosperity and greater sustainability of economic growth. And this is not going to be possible unless there are positive steps taken both by the government and by the people at large and by the industries, because this transformation to new technologies is not possible unless people are skilled enough and industries are taking enough risk. And the government is providing support in various ways. So I think this combination is required, and we can definitely reach our sustainable development goals and undergo this digital transformation and take this as an opportunity. Whatever is happening, the crisis can be taken as an opportunity to recalibrate what we're doing and reinvent ourselves. So thank you very much. That is a very brief discussion about our paper. Thank you very much, and I wish the conference all the best. And I thank you. I thank everyone here, and particularly my thanks are to respected Professor Dr. Sri Seshadri, who invited me to talk here. So thank you very much.